Greetings, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cosmic family. I am your family. You are my family. We ain't gotta have blood, but just know it's all love. I really wanna give you a hug. So speak whatever you got to speak. You gotta open up your throat chakra. What's up, y'all? Ice big, ice big. See, one thing about this retrograde is, like I said, us Tauruses, we like the challenge. So we go get on up here and do what we need to do, boo. Hold on, let me scoot this back a little bit more because a part of me want to show. Ooh, 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 ooh. What's need to be shown? Okay, hold on. I should have left it right where it was. All right, y'all. It ain't what it is. So that's probably gonna be edited out. But okay, so I wanted to come on here and I just out of nowhere I got a glimpse of this old karmic person I used to like date. We wasn't in a full committed relationship. We were probably just dating throughout the situation, stuff like that. This was a person shortly at like a year after me and my children's father just said skip it. My daughter was 1 year old. So in this case, excuse me, but in this case, I was dealing with this guy. He had lost his sister, and he always was chasing me for years because I was cool with his sisters. We was like mutual cousins through a cousin. You get what I'm saying? If it makes sense to you, it makes sense to me. If it makes sense to me, it makes sense to you. So we were just, he was chasing me for so long, but it's like when he lost his sister, I felt so bad. So I was there for him as a friend, giving him comfort, and then eventually we started creeping around, and then eventually it went from there, and then y'all know how shit go. And when I say this person was so wicked to the point where when this guy entered into me, he changed the smell of my body. That's how wicked this man was. Like, I started having real bad back pains. And I now know after I did a lot of studies throughout the years, it's been years since me and him talked, but what, 3 to 4 years? Damn, it's going on 4 years since me and that guy dealt with each other. Damn, it is? 3 years. So, you know, it started off as jokes. Like, he would chase me up the stairs and stuff like that. It started off as jokes. And then this man really started getting super abusive. Like, to the point we fighting. This man pulling my edges out with my weave. I had always had long weave. I started losing hair. Usually when I'm with somebody that's toxic and things like that, I gain weight. And I believe some wicked people make you lose weight because they stress you out so bad you don't eat. But I ain't came in contact with that. Thank the ancestors. But I wouldn't mind losing a couple of pounds, but not in that way. I gain a lot of weight when I'm with the wrong type of people. And my pH balance was off. My body just had this odor. It just smelled like death. Whenever I used the bathroom, like poop, it smelled like death. Like, it just was a weird smell. And I started having real bad lucid dreams about an old racist man trying to kill me, biting my butt, all type of stuff. Like, it was so much going on with this person, and I still was trying to give him a chance because of what he was going through. And another reason why I was giving this person a chance, because I was still kind of like young, dumb, you know, didn't really care to get love at that moment. It's just everything happened in a weird way. Grieving. I was grieving too with him because I knew the person and I was, you know, always around sometime. And one of my closest cousins, they used to be my ex closest cousin, kept saying, oh, he a good guy. I really see y'all being together. Give him a chance. Don't give up on him. Whenever somebody wicked, whenever somebody you so-called love you know, and they older than you, and they trying to encourage you to be with somebody even after you telling them you having toxic problems with them, y'all fighting, y'all arguing, going through a lot. Whenever you go through all that with somebody, and the friend, the cousin, friend, whoever it is, encourage you to give that person another chance. When you cut him off for good, don't forget how she was rooting for y'all shit. Because she likes seeing you down. She likes seeing you get beat the fuck up. Because and then his whole family, you ain't gonna never leave him. You gonna go right back with him. You dumb over him. Da, da, da. Yeah, I played that role, but guess where he at now? Behind bars. Not to toot the horn, but behind bars. Yes. Yes. I just got a piece of mail. Remember I told y'all on the videos a couple days ago. Go look at them. I don't remember which one, but I told y'all I've been hearing sirens like somebody was gonna get locked up. So far, 2 people I know I just found out of nowhere that they are incarcerated right now, and he is one of them. Because the very last time, because he used to my children always used to be gone with their dad. My son never liked him. He was younger. My son never wanted to be at home with us. He never listened to him. My baby used to just cut into him, talk back to him and everything. So, my son never wanted to be at home with me. He'd rather be with his grandma. He didn't never want to be home with me. My daughter was with me sometime, but not all the time. Man, one day I was telling his stepmother, like, yeah, he don't really fight me in front of my kids, you know. One day I had took this man. He needed to go take his cousin somewhere. I let him drive my car, but I was in the front seat. This man started driving my car in Westland somewhere. Not Westland, Pontiac. Driving my car like he don't give a fuck, like he about to kill all of us in the car. And then had a nerve to pull up at his cousin's house, and I'm like, I'm about to go. And I took my keys, and this nigga really started like fighting me. Just turned around, punched me in my face while I'm in my front seat. Something told me to grab my keys. This nigga grabbed my keys all the way in Pontiac. This why I say, pay attention to the people that try to take you out your element and see how they act. And he was with his people too. So he take my keys. I got my 2 sisters at the house watching the kids for me at this time. And I had just took him. He made what, $60, $70. Put some in the tank, you know, and gave me a couple dollars. So this motherfucker really started putting his hands up. So I'm bucking with this nigga. I'm fucking this nigga up. Like this time, I'm really fucking this nigga up. Like I'm grabbing the shovel trying to hit him. The mailman even keep grabbing the shovel. The mailman like I'm gonna call. It's like everybody out there was against me. When he was the one attacking me. Like these was some wicked people in a wicked ass county. I never forget this. So I'm bucking with him and I'm trying to, you feel me, get myself out of some shit. So he pulled all my hair out, all my weave. I had just did my hair like 2 days before. This nigga always try to fight me when I did my hair. And I remember my kid's dad used to tell me, he manifested that man in my life. Because me and my kid's dad used to fight, but it never got to that point like where we really try to kill or hurt each other. He just pulled my hair because my hair was long down my back. But my kids' dad, I used to be like, you always trying to fight and put your hands on me. My kids, they're like, I don't be trying to put my hands on you. One day you gonna really meet somebody that's gonna fuck you up. One day you gonna really meet somebody that's gonna beat your ass and he gonna fuck you up. He gonna hurt you. He gonna do. And I, sure enough, 2 years later, I met a nigga like that. And it was somebody I knew for a while. It was somebody I was cool with. So, this man, you know, I'm fighting. I'm trying to fuck him up with this shovel. I'm grabbing that boot like about trying to mess him up. Because I don't give a fuck. I wasn't letting go. And it's like every time his sister used to do my nails, I used to let her practice doing my nails. And she used to practice doing my nails. And every time she did my nails, like literally the next day or the day of, I had to fight this man off of me. And I'd break all the nails and my nails would be sore. So I can't fight him the way I want to because my nails would be broke. Man, this man had me choked up on a car, man. I started pulling his nose, nostril, trying to poke him in his eyes, all type of stuff. And his cousin and them was trying to break it up, but they was holding me back and letting him attack me and hit me. So I'm mad. I'm throwing stuff. I'm like, man, give me my motherfucking keys. Give me my keys. I had my phone, but I'm like, give me my keys. This man really took my keys. I'm like, give me my keys. Give me my keys. He didn't. So I said, okay, well, let me try to. I seen him put my key. I'm so smart, bro. Even in the moments where I'm messed up, I said, I seen him put my key in his pocket. All right. So if I start fighting him, I just blow his, hit him in his jaw, and I let him really attack me, I could just go in his pocket and hurry up, get my key, put it in my pocket, and leave. And then I kept saying, give me my keys, give me my keys, give me my keys. He like, nope, nope, nope. And then he went in the house. But when he got done fighting me, I had already had my key in my pocket, because when he was fighting me, I was grabbing his jacket and putting my hand in his pocket, grab my shit. So I got in my car. He go in the house. I hurry up, get in my car, and I pull off. I whoop, whoop, whoop. He looking like demon. This man was an evil motherfucker. He looking like, this bitch smarter than the motherfucker. How the fuck she get her key? Yeah, that was the whole plot. I was gonna let you whoop my butt while I grab my key. So I go all the way home. Leave that nigga out there. I'm at home. All of a sudden, this nigga get back in the city the next day, trying to call me and talk to me. His people's calling me. I called them like, yeah, this nigga just attacked me out there. His stepmom and all them get into like, he said you ain't do it. I said, I felt like all they ass was trying to jump me out there if I would have made any wrong turn. And then the girl gonna say, I was not trying to fight you. Girl, you was holding me back so he can't put his hands on me. So his one sister, that I always really liked her, but she played that role like she had my back. But all the motherfuckers wicked. She came down there like, because his cousin was trying to argue with me, and she came down there like, nah, you shouldn't, this should be between them two, not y'all. They was trying to keep us together too. That's because they wanted him out their goddamn house and space. They wanted him to be over there fucking me up, think I'm about to look like his stepmama, I busted up and all this and all that. Years later, she legally blind because the man that whooped her ass so much. Baby, I wish I would let a man keep pounding on me like that. I wish I will. Anywho, yeah, after that, 2 days after that, I gave the man another chance. Yep. Gave him another chance. Let him come back to my house. And he was only there for 2 days. I knew I was a little cuckoo, but we all have those moments, y'all. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you. And I'm not going to judge you even if you judge me. That's just who I am. So I get to my house. He get there. So the next day, he started drinking a little bit. And I'm in my room. He started like arguing with me. And I'm like, boy, you gay. You gay. And I just was saying you gay. I don't know why. He just gave me this gay vibe like he was gay. And I seen him actually kiss a man. The night of a candlelight, I was sitting in my van. And this so-called cousin, like, yeah, he had a so-called cousin. They said it was his cousin. It was a man, a boy. Forgot his name, but I ain't gonna speak it. So he get out my car and he grabbed the boy like, come on, let's go over. They went over there and talk, and he crying and stuff like that because, it's the candlelight his sister passed on. So he crying and shit. He go down there to the corner, and they in like a dark area. And next thing you know, I see him grab him. They grab me. They real close. And I literally see both of them go like kissing. Like, oh, the other guy was just holding his neck, kissing him. Like, bro, calm down. Like that was his girl or something. And then his sister came over there and tried to talk to me to turn my eyes from looking at what I just seen. And I'm looking at her. I ain't say nothing though. I'm looking at her and I look back and I'm looking at her. I'm letting her talk. I'm like, what did I just see? The man was low-key on the DL too. Flat out. He was a down low nigga. That's why he hated women. That's why he always try to mess me up. So this is now we fast forward back to my house. The next day, I'm on my computer. I'm manifesting. I think I was booming with my lash business. And he's still trying to argue with me. So I'm like, just leave, just leave. So he ended up leaving. And then walked back. His sister calling him like, come get me, bro. Come get me, bro. And She didn't come get him. She like, y'all crazy. His sister just had left too. She like, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Y'all was just good. What's going on? She ain't come get him, but I feel like it was all a setup from the get-go. All these motherfuckers was trying to set me up with this wicked ass nigga. So she never come back and get him. So now he just there. So I'm like, he arguing me. I just show him I put the mirror in front of him. I'm like, bro, look at yourself right now. You look wicked as fuck. He couldn't even look at himself. He looking in the mirror. He like, move, move, move. He moving. So I go in the living room. His dog there too. I go in the living room. I'm in there I'm in there about to make me another plate. This man come in there and just haul off in my shit. So now we bucking. My kids in the other room. Now we fighting. We bucking like a mug. And this man punched me in my nose leaking, y'all. Like my whole face bloody as hell. So when I see blood, I'm really trying to get this nigga. I'm like, but I'm so tired of fighting him. Like my body getting weaker and weaker, like drained. Like this man was really beating on my soul, beating on my body, and I was good to him. I'm still to this day, I'm not no abuse person. I did used to be like kind of abusive to my baby daddy when we used to fight, but he used to do shit to, you know, cheat on me or, you know, get caught up, drive my car drunk. Like it was a lot of stuff he was doing too. But man, I'm just like, what the fuck? So this nigga grabbed a chain, wrapped it around his hand, and was about to hit me in my face. He would have split my whole face open, y'all. So when I seen that, I just stopped. I said, you got it. And my instinct just was like, boop. I fell out, hit the floor. And I felt my soul leaving my body like... And I looked at this nigga. He looked over me. He like, baby, I'm sorry. Get up, get up. I looked at this nigga. I said, you gonna kill me. He looked at me and he said, man, and got up and he left out the house on the phone. Then he came back. My son called the police. Warren police got there and like this. And they locked that nigga the fuck up. I locked myself in my room. When I finally got the strength to get up, I locked myself in my room with my kids. And they was looking scared, but they wasn't trying to be scared. Man, next thing you know, I hear a knock on my room door. I'm like, no, I'm not letting you in, bro. And they like, this the police. I opened the door. They seen the blood all over my face. I had tried to clean up a little. They seen the blood all over my face. And they like, did he hit you? I'm like, no. I'm lying for this nigga because I ain't want to get him locked up. I'm not for the system for real. I'm like, no. And they like, he whispered, he like, we can't help you if you deny it. I'm like, he gave signal to his boys, lock that bitch up. He like, she hit me too. They like, man, look at this woman, look at this lady. And then the cops that came, they was Caucasian, but they was some angels. They took care of me. They took me to the hospital, all type of shit. Like, they was some angels, bro. And this man messed up my whole living room set. I had to go buy a new, like, curtain, all type of stuff. And my neighbor was like, you all right? I hope he never come back. And then my cousin came in town. My cousin came, laid that strap on the dresser. Like, man, that nigga come back, shoot that nigga. Man, I don't give a fuck about nothing they talking about. Shoot that nigga. You ain't gonna get no time for that shit. That nigga, you got it on paper that this nigga tried to kill you. Flat, this man really was trying to kill me. So I'm telling his people still trying to make me get back with him. Bitch, that's the one and last time a nigga gonna ever put their hands on me like that. That's when I cut into his people. I start cutting it to them. Like, and I remember a week before all this happened, this man, I remember one thing about my mother, my physical on this planet mother. She was saying from the get-go she ain't like him. Wicked, no wicked, but also she seen something more wicked in him. She said he was going to try to kill me. He wanted to take everything I had. He wanted me to lose everything. And he wasn't going to stop till I lost everything. That's what he wanted to do. And one day I came back home and I told him, I said, you want me to lose everything, huh? And he was like, yup, I ain't gonna stop, yup. But I knew he was serious. Like, the demon in him was serious. So my mom was like, he couldn't even stay at my house too long. For one, he only came to my house every blue moon. He couldn't stay at my house too long. My house was too pure for his energy. So, anywho, my mom ended up saying, look at him in his eyes one day and said, something gonna happen to your car, all that. She prayed over my car and stuff like that, and then something did happen to my car. This nigga crashed my car. Like, he started slowly taking everything. Like, I got super behind on my bills. Like, it was so much going on with this person. And his people were trying to keep me with him. And my cousin was. My own blood cousin was trying to keep me with him. Because she wanted to see me lose everything, too. Don't let this internet shit make you see that they living all good. These motherfuckers living in hell. Because all the shit they played in to try to get me to fall before my rising. They felt my rising. They felt that I was finna elevate higher. So, of course, it was these curveballs through in my life in my area. So, after that, once I left that nigga alone, for so long. I ain't never called that. I ain't never looked back. His cousins, his little nephews and them still was trying to reach out to me. I ain't never looked back, baby. Ever. Not even to his family. I was still friends with his brother baby mama. I was still friends with her, but she ended up being a snake down the line too. But I already seen it, but it was meant for me to see that. Because slowly she was trying to get me to come back around them. Because they knew if they had my energy around, they can keep manifesting things off me. They all was wicked as hell. Witches and warlocks, like real bad ones. And to the point I used to really see them in action. They used to be like, they'd give you a hug, but in their head, I can hear them whispering negative shit like, she did. Like, you feel me? I can hear the chants around them. And when I cut all them off, I cut all their ass off. And they was mad as they was so mad that I cut them off because they thought they had one. And his stepmommies always said, like, you gonna end up losing your life like my daughter fucking with him. You gonna end up losing your life like my daughter. Yada, yada, yada. That's what they wanted. They wanted me to trade places, and they were so angry about her daughter being killed. They wanted me to be the next one. But it can't work like that. I'm an angel. I'm sent here from God himself, God herself. I am the true, authentic goddess that came on this planet to help rise the frequency and rise the frequency within my core, within my being, within my body. I am K Nirvana. You know? So, to all the young girls that's out here dealing with guys like that, it's either the universe gonna take him from you or take you off this planet. And then to everybody out here looking into these big old families, these families that's real big. Don't get me wrong, all of them ain't bad. But these ones that's like a lot of family members, baby, they don't fuck with you. They all will drop a dime and they all will jump you and everybody will say they ain't seen nothing. This family was killing each other. I should have knew something was up when my original blood cousins didn't even come to their own cousin funeral. We mutual cousins. Like, I just grew up with them, so I was cool with them and I called them cousin. But I didn't have no blood with them. I only had blood with my other two cousins on my dad's side. And that's my two cousins on my dad's side cousins and family. Them two didn't even come to the funeral. They ain't even come to the repast for real. They came to one thing and that was it. They was like, why is she fuck with them? We don't fuck. They knew some shit too. They like, we don't fuck with them. Our mamas don't want us to fuck with them because they wicked. Then they one of them families where they will talk about the others to you just to manipulate you and see if you go talk about them too, so they can go back and say, yeah, she was talking about you. That's how people manipulate you. And I remember I was 2 families I ever came across that did shit like that, tried to talk about their cousins to me and get me to talk about their cousins, then go back and they all team up. That's how people create costs. They come there and start with this one person like, yeah, girl, she was saying this, she weird, she this and that. And as soon as you engage in that shit and start talking about them, now they went back and told this cousin. Now they telling this cousin. Now they telling this. And that's 5 women against you, cursing, trying to put spells because you fighting for their family. But it messed them up because I wasn't. Only person I probably did talk about and gossip about was my 2 cousins, my blood cousins. But not even of both of them, just one of them. That's it. Gossip about her like, man, she just need to get her shit together. She just doing dumb shit. That was it. But when it came down, and nobody looked off me and say, bro, don't fuck with that nigga. That nigga weird. Only person said that was my 2 male cousins. Them was the only 2. Like, what? You don't fuck with no nigga like that. That nigga a sucker. That nigga. But I'm like, either way it go. I didn't fall in a trap. I didn't talk bad about their cousins to them. I was like, just listening. Like, you're a family. Fuck that. We ain't family. That's how they want you to do. They want you to do that. But when you don't fall in that trap, they be like, because they don't know. I already learned my lesson previously in a other situation years back before this situation even happened. To keep my mouth closed. I don't got nothing to do with that. That's family. And then for one, that's showing your character. If you talking about your own blood to me and I'm not your blood, what makes you think you won't do it to me? Alright, y'all. Peace and love and blissfulness. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And yes, I came back to back. And that's just a quick video. Quick. I call all my energy back. I do not send any negative energy towards anybody. And I do not accept any negative energy coming my way. I ask that this be removed and sent back to the sender. Because I did wake up today and I had that on my mind after. Like, I was dreaming about a quick glimpse of it. But it's more to it, but I don't really want to give it no more life already than what I already gave it. So I done gave it 26 minutes of my time. And that's all it needs to be. Period, poo. I'm out of here.